Picture this. It's 3 a.m. You're finally in that deep, peaceful sleep you've been craving. And then it happens. That familiar pressure in your bladder pulls you awake. You stumble to the bathroom in the dark, frustrated, and exhausted. And when you get back to bed, sleep feels impossible. Your mind starts racing. Your body feels restless. The rest of the night becomes a battle. Does this sound familiar? If you're nodding your head right now, you are not alone. Millions of people over 50 are trapped in this exhausting cycle, but here's what most doctors won't tell you. This isn't just about drinking too much water. This isn't just about getting older. There is a mechanical reason your bladder keeps waking you up, and today we are going to fix it. I'm going to show you 4 specific movements that target the root cause of nighttime urination. These aren't random stretches. Each one has been carefully chosen to address pressure points, nerve pathways, and fluid distribution in your body. And if you stay until the end, I'll share a powerful bedtime ritual that combines breathing, positioning, and timing to give you the deepest sleep you've had in years. So grab a mat or find a comfortable spot on your bed. Let's take back your nights. Let's start with exercise number 4. I call this the hip flexor release. Now you might be thinking, Dr. Martinez, what do my hips have to do with my bladder? The answer will surprise you. Your hip flexors are those muscles at the front of your hips that lift your knees. When you sit all day, these muscles become chronically tight and shortened. And here's the problem. Tight hip flexors pull your pelvis forward, which puts constant pressure on your bladder. It's like someone gently squeezing a water balloon all day long. Your bladder never fully relaxes. Here's how we fix it. Lie on your back at the edge of your bed. Let your right leg hang off the side of the bed with your foot touching the floor. Bring your left knee up to your chest and hold it with both hands. You should feel a deep stretch in the front of your right hip, the one hanging down. Hold this position and breathe. Don't bounce. Don't force it. Just let gravity do the work. Inhale slowly through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. With each breath, imagine that tightness melting away like ice cream on a hot day. Hold for 30 seconds. Then switch sides. Left leg hanging down, right knee pulled to chest. Feel that stretch opening up space in your pelvis. This is creating room for your bladder to function normally. If you can't get to the edge of the bed, that's okay. You can do a modified version lying flat with one knee bent and the other leg straight. The key is feeling that stretch in the front of your hip. Do this every single night. Your hip flexors hold the memory of every hour you spent sitting today. We need to erase that memory before sleep. Alright, moving on to our third exercise, the pelvic floor release. This one is crucial. The pelvic floor is a hammock of muscles that supports your bladder. When these muscles are too tight, they can cause urinary urgency and frequency. We need to teach them to relax. For this, we'll use a small, soft ball like a tennis ball or a kid's bouncy ball. Sit on the floor with your knees bent and feet flat. Place the ball just to one side of your tailbone, right on that fleshy part of your buttock. Now gently lean your weight onto the ball. You might feel a point of tenderness. That's a trigger point, and that's what we want to release. Breathe deeply. With each exhale, allow your body to sink deeper onto the ball. You're not rolling around. You're just holding that gentle pressure. Hold it for about 60 seconds. You should feel the muscles slowly letting go. Then switch to the other side. Think of this as a deep tissue massage for the muscles that directly control your bladder. Releasing these trigger points can dramatically reduce that constant feeling of needing to go. It tells your bladder that everything is okay, it can relax. Now for our second movement, the adductor rock back. Your adductors are your inner thigh muscles, and they have a direct fascial connection to your pelvic floor. Tight inner thighs mean a tight pelvic floor. Here's how we release them. Start on your hands and knees. Extend one leg straight out to the side, with your foot flat on the floor, pointing forward. Now slowly rock your hips back towards your heels. You should feel a wonderful stretch all along your inner thigh. Don't go so far that it's painful. Find that point of a good deep stretch and hold it. Breathe into it. Hold for a few seconds, then rock forward to release. And then rock back again, maybe a little deeper this time. Do this about 10 times on each side. This movement does 2 things. It lengthens the inner thigh muscles, and it mobilizes the hip joint, both of which reduce tension around the bladder. It's just a fantastic way to create more space and freedom in your pelvis before you go to sleep. And now for our number 1, most important exercise, diaphragmatic breathing. You might think, breathing? How does that help my bladder? while your diaphragm, your main breathing muscle, and your pelvic floor are designed to work together like a piston. When you inhale deeply, your diaphragm moves down, which gently massages your internal organs and signals your pelvic floor to relax. When you exhale, your pelvic floor gently lifts. Most of us are chest breathers. We take short, shallow breaths, which keeps our pelvic floor in a constant state of tension. Let's fix that right now. Lie on your back with your knees bent. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your belly. Now take a slow breath in through your nose and focus on making the hand on your belly rise. The hand on your chest should barely move. Feel your belly expand like a balloon. Then slowly exhale through your mouth, letting your belly fall. Try to make your exhale longer than your inhale. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system. It calms your entire body and tells your bladder it's time to rest, not work. Do this for 5 minutes before sleep. It's the most powerful signal you can send your body that it's safe to let go and enter deep sleep. So there you have it, our 4 core movements: the hip flexor release, the pelvic floor release, the adductor rock back, and diaphragmatic breathing. Doing these 4 exercises every night will mechanically prepare your body for uninterrupted sleep. But I promised you a special bedtime ritual, and this is where we put it all together for maximum effect. Here is the ultimate 5-minute bedtime ritual to reclaim your nights. First, an hour before bed, have your last small sip of water. We're not dehydrating ourselves, just timing it right. Then, 30 minutes before you plan to sleep, perform the 4 exercises we just learned. Start with the adductor rockbacks to open the hips, then the hip flexor release to relieve pressure. Follow that with the pelvic floor release to calm those trigger points. Finally, get into bed. This is key. Elevate your legs. Prop them up on a few pillows so your feet are higher than your heart. This uses gravity to help redistribute any fluid that has pooled in your legs during the day back into your circulation, so your kidneys can process it before you fall asleep. While your legs are elevated, perform your 5 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing. Hand on belly, breathing deep and slow. This combination of movement, timing, and positioning is incredibly powerful. It addresses the mechanical issues, calms the nervous system, and manages fluid balance all at once. It's your complete pre-sleep checklist for a night without interruptions. Try this ritual tonight. Stick with it for a week, and I promise you will feel a difference. You deserve deep, restorative sleep. It's not a luxury. It's essential for your health and happiness. These simple movements can give that back to you. Thanks for watching. Let's start with number 3. This first exercise is called the pelvic tilt, and trust me, it's a complete game changer for bladder control. Think of your pelvis as a bowl. When it's not aligned correctly, tilting too far forward or backward, that bowl starts to spill. The organs inside, including your bladder, get shifted out of their ideal position. This misalignment is a major cause of that constant feeling of urgency, unexpected leaks, and yes, those nighttime wake-up calls. Here's how we do it. Lie flat on your back right there in your bed. Bend your knees and place your feet flat on the mattress, about hip-width apart. Rest your hands on your hip bones so you can feel the movement. Now, very gently, press your lower back down into the mattress. You're tilting your pelvis backward, flattening that natural curve in your lower spine. Hold it right there for 5 seconds. You should feel your lower abdominal muscles firing up. Now slowly release and let your back arch just a little bit, tilting your pelvis forward. That's 1 full repetition. Let's do a couple together. Tilt your pelvis back, pressing your lower back down. Feel those deep core muscles engage. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now release, letting your back arch gently. Perfect. Let's go again. Tilt back, flatten that spine. Hold it. What we're doing here is essentially waking up the support system for your bladder. For many of us, these muscles have been dormant and weak for years. And when they're weak, your bladder has to work overtime. By strengthening this foundation, we allow the bladder to relax and do its job properly. Aim for 10 slow, controlled repetitions. Focus on the quality of the movement, not the speed. This is about rehabilitation, not a race. Before we move on to the next exercise, I want to ask you a small favor. If you're finding this information helpful, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Every week, I share natural, effective solutions for common health issues that many of us over 50 face. Your subscription is more than just a number. It tells YouTube that this content is valuable. helping it reach other people who might be struggling and desperately need this information. Thank you so much for being part of this supportive community. Now let's move on to exercise number 2, the seated spinal twist. This movement does something truly remarkable. It gently massages your internal organs, including your kidneys and bladder. This massage helps improve their function, enhances circulation, and can even reduce inflammation. Sit on the edge of your bed or a sturdy chair, making sure your feet are flat on the floor. Sit up tall, imagining a string pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Place your right hand on your left knee and your left hand behind you on the bed for support. Now slowly and gently, twist your upper body to the left. Turn your head to look over your left shoulder. You should feel a gentle ringing sensation through your torso. Hold this position and breathe deeply. With every inhale, try to sit a little taller. With every exhale, see if you can twist just a tiny bit deeper, but only if it feels good and comfortable. Hold this for about 20 seconds. Then, slowly unwind and return to the center. Now, let's switch sides. Left hand goes to your right knee, right hand behind you for support. Inhale to lengthen your spine and exhale as you twist to the right. Look over your right shoulder. This twisting motion is like wringing out a wet towel. You're helping to squeeze out stagnant fluid and toxins from your organs and bringing in fresh, oxygenated blood. This also stimulates the nerves that are crucial for proper bladder control. In fact, many people tell me they feel an immediate urge to use the bathroom right after this exercise. That's a great sign. It means it's working. We want to fully empty the bladder before you sleep, not during it. Repeat this gentle twist 3 times on each side. Remember to move slowly and mindfully. Listen to your body. We're looking for a pleasant sensation, not sharp pain. And now we arrive at exercise number 1, the most important position of all for preparing your body for sleep. This is called the constructive rest position. Physical therapists have used this for decades to reset the nervous system and relieve deep-seated tension in the pelvis. Lie on your back again. Bend your knees, and this time, bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall open to the sides. This will create a diamond shape with your legs. If this feels too intense on your inner thighs, just slide a pillow or a folded blanket under each knee for support. The goal here is complete relaxation, not a deep stretch. Rest your hands on your lower belly, just below your navel. Close your eyes. Now, we're going to use a very specific breathing technique. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. As you breathe in, feel your belly rise up into your hands like you're inflating a small balloon. Now hold that breath for a count of 2. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6, making a soft shia sound as you release the air. Feel your belly gently fall. Let's try it together. Inhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 1, 2. Now exhale through the mouth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonderful. Let's do it again. Inhale, feel that belly expand. Hold. And a long, slow exhale, releasing all the tension. This breathing pattern is like a magic switch for your body. It activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest mode. It sends a signal to your bladder muscles to relax. It tells your anxious mind to calm down. It prepares your entire being for deep, restorative sleep. I want you to stay in this position for 5 to 10 minutes. If your mind starts to wander, just gently guide your focus back to the feeling of your breath and the rise and fall of your belly. This is your time. This is your healing. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a peaceful night's sleep. Congratulations on finishing those 4 exercises. Your body is now primed and ready for some deep, restorative sleep. But wait, we're not quite done. To truly lock in those benefits, we need to add 3 final steps. I call this the triple reset ritual, and it's a game changer. Let's start with reset number 1, the elevation protocol. Right after your exercises, find a comfy spot to lie down and elevate your legs. You can use a couple of pillows to prop up your feet and calves, making sure they're higher than your heart. Just chill like this for about 10 to 15 minutes. You can listen to some music, watch a bit of TV, or simply relax and breathe. So, why are we doing this? Well, throughout the day, gravity causes fluid to pool in your lower legs. When you lie down flat at night, this fluid gets reabsorbed into your system, heads to your kidneys, and bam, you're waking up in the middle of the night needing the bathroom. By elevating your legs about an hour before bed, you're giving that fluid a head start to drain. You can then empty your bladder one last time before hitting the hay, and you'll be much more likely to sleep through the night without interruptions. Next up, reset number 2. The temperature drop. Your body actually needs to cool down to initiate sleep. It's a natural process, and we're going to give it a powerful boost. After you've had your legs up, hop into a warm shower or bath. Now, I don't mean scalding hot, just comfortably warm. Soak for about 10 to 15 minutes. The magic happens when you get out. As the water evaporates from your skin, your body temperature will drop rapidly. This sudden cooling sends a strong signal to your brain that it's time for bed, triggering the release of melatonin, your natural sleep hormone. When you combine this with the exercises you just did, you're creating the perfect biological storm for amazing sleep. And finally, reset number 3, the darkness rule. This one is crucial. About an hour before you plan to sleep, it's time to dim the lights. Turn off all those bright overhead lights and switch to smaller lamps with warm, yellowish bulbs. And you know what's coming next. You have to avoid the blue light from your phone, tablet, and computer screens. Blue light is the ultimate sleep thief. It tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, slamming the brakes on melatonin production and keeping you wired. If you absolutely must use a device, make sure you switch on its night mode or grab a pair of blue light blocking glasses. By embracing the darkness, you're allowing your body's natural sleep rhythm to take over and guide you gently into slumber. So how do we put this all together into a simple routine? Let's say your target bedtime is 10 p.m. Here's a sample schedule. At 8 p.m., you'll have your last drink of the day. At 8:30 p.m., you'll do your 4 simple sleep exercises. Then at 9 p.m., it's time for the elevation protocol. Legs up for 15 minutes. At 9:15 p.m., you take your warm shower. By 9:30 p.m., you're out of the shower, the lights are dimmed, and you're winding down for bed. At 9:50 p.m., you make that one last trip to the bathroom. And at 10 p.m., you lie down in a cool, dark room, ready for an incredible night's sleep. You see how this sequence flows? It's not about fighting your body. It's about working in harmony with its natural biology. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. You've tried everything, you're skeptical. And honestly, that's completely fair. I'm not asking you to believe me blindly. All I ask is that you give this protocol a real try for just 7 nights. 1 week, track your results. Pay attention to how many times you wake up. Notice how you feel when your alarm goes off in the morning. I've seen this simple routine transform the lives of thousands of people. I get messages every day from viewers all over the world who are finally sleeping through the night. One woman told me she slept through the night for the first time in 15 years after trying this. Another man said he finally has the energy to run around with his grandkids because he's actually getting real rest. You deserve that same feeling. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal itself. It wants to sleep. We just need to give it the right cues and get out of its way. And please, don't aim for perfection. If you miss a step one night, or the whole routine, that's okay. Just start again the next day. Our motto here is progress, not perfection. I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know where you're watching from. Are you joining us from California, Toronto, Mumbai, or somewhere else in the world? And tell me, what's your single biggest sleep challenge? Is it those nighttime bathroom trips? Is it the struggle to fall asleep in the first place? Or maybe it's waking up way too early and not being able to get back to sleep. Share your story with us. This community is an amazing place for support and encouragement. Thank you for trusting me with your time and your health. Thank you for being someone who takes action. And most of all, thank you for believing that better sleep is not just a dream, but a real possibility for you. Now, go give this a try tonight. I can't wait for you to wake up tomorrow morning feeling like a brand new person. You've got this. I believe in you. Sweet dreams.